Next up, man, it's probably the best match I've seen in AEW since Cody took on his brother at the first AEW event. Man, that was Mr. Brodie Lee and Cody in a dog collar match, Dominic. And man, the stage was set. They were building it up all night. They were making references to the original match, and then during the match, we see Greg the Hammer Valentine, the man himself, who participated in that match. They're at ringside. Man, it was like the setting was electric, and both guys they lived up to all the hype. What did you think?
I liked it a lot, and I tweeted that out too. But I feel like um, it made, and just seeing the dog call it the chain and everything, like it made it dangerous. Like you felt that, hey, these guys, and like there's moments where they're like getting tangled in the chain. They're Cody's trying to leap over the chain where it's like getting like mixed up into their match. Like it's playing a factor, and like they said, like uh, it's an inanimate object. Dara said it's an inanimate object. You cannot control it, and it really played into that. But I mean, the athleticism and the balance that these guys, them able to work around it and make those adjustments and make the match brutal as hell was. I really liked it a lot, and that's coming from me, and this goes across the board. Like I, I I'm glad you're on the show with me because you're able to assess the match like thoroughly, while I'm like looking up, looking down, looking up, looking down. But even from that, uh, motion of me doing that, I still really enjoyed the match and got everything out of it that I think that they were kind of conveying to the audience. So really liked the match a lot. You know, yeah, and that's something that you cannot do all the time. But when they did it, it really meant something, and they went all out, having the Hammer Valentine there. Everything, stakes were on the line. So
Incredibly high stakes, and I always kind of use my wife as a barometer on these wrestling shows. I've been watching wrestling for so long, so have you. I think that sometimes my opinion can be jaded, but as we were watching the show, she was like, that seems like such a terrible idea. I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, it's kind of cool, isn't it? And I sort of explained the storyline and how Brodie Lee really whooped on him before. So kind of in theory, the last thing you would want to do is have a chain attached to you and this guy that completely whooped your ass.
yeah,
But she kind of broke it down in the most simplistic way. But like as simple as it was, I was like, that's a pretty incredible way to think of things. She was like, it would make it very easy for you to break your neck having a dog collar attached to a chain attached to another human. She was like, that seems like a very dangerous thing for these performers to be doing. And I was like, you know what, you kind of hit the nail on the head, like exactly. And I mean, these are the stakes. These guys are like kind of out for blood, and it was like high stakes match. Again, as you said, good balance. They did a good job working with the chain. It's not always going to cooperate, but they forced it to. Some really crazy spots. I like that both guys got juice. I even like the sort of kind of silly stuff with John Silver there at the beginning, where
yeah,
Coach just kicked the hell out of him on that chair, which
yeah.
is pretty incredible.
Was it now? See, this is where I was looking down. Was it Brody that forced him to sit down?
I think so. I like. I
Okay,
want to. I want to say if that's the case. Like he saw that he was bleeding or something. He was like, "Have a seat" or whatever, and Cody just like plows him over.
was through.
Yeah, it was something like that, but it was something to see. And man, the whole match, great spectacle. And this is one of those moments in pro wrestling, like akin to like yeah, Jake the Snake and the model Rick Martel in the blindfold match. Akin to the Undertaker, Mick Foley, Hell in a Cell. Like with these iconic moments, the original dog collar match, like all these iconic moments. I feel like this is one of those for AEW, and it was cool to watch it unfold.